We've got so much to discuss astrologically, Gemini. This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot, and we're going to get into the astrology throughout your reading. We're going to discuss the current situation. We'll see what comes out for the past, and then we'll go into predictions. And the predictions will continue into an extended reading, which I hope that you'll join me for. That link is in the description box below, and I'll pin it to the top of the comments as well. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you know when I upload Gemini content. If you're interested, I also have Astrology Motivation, a second YouTube channel where you can join me daily for a live chat. So I hope to see you there too. Let's get into this astrology, which is frickin' off the hook for you this week. There's no other way to describe it. So first things first, where is Mercury? Because that's your ruling dignitary. Well, Mercury is in Scorpio. And when Mercury is in Scorpio, the truth comes out. The truth is discovered, and I mean deep truth, as in intellectually being able to actually dig up the numbers, dollars, and cents to prove whatever needs to be proved. So shit is coming to light. Brilliant ideas. In fact, deep ideas that were buried really deep inside of you coming out to the surface and being shared. The spectacularness of the timing of this cannot be underestimated. Mercury is also going conjunct the sun, and it is in perfect conjunction on the full moon eclipse that is directly opposite. No. The full moon eclipse is actually conjunct to Uranus, but the Mercury-Sun conjunction is directly opposite the full moon eclipse conjunct to Uranus. Insane. So not only are you going to expose a truth or realize a truth or discover something, have this brilliant idea, something that's been buried real freaking deep, it's going to come up. The truth is going to come out. You may not like it emotionally. It's going to be very emotional. It's going to have an emotional impact, a pop-off, right? But also a release. You may not like it. It may not feel good, but it is the fucking truth. And the fact that this is all happening, this conjunction between Mercury and the sun is all happening in harmony to both Neptune and Jupiter and Pisces means that it is actually divinely guided by God. It is actually, you are part of this destiny. You are part of what was actually meant to happen because truth needed to come out, something needed to be proven, something needed to be communicated that had been repressed or hidden. That's that global cosmic impact that Mercury is having. What's happening in your first house of Gemini? Mars is in retrograde. It is square to both Neptune and Jupiter, and it is in harmony or trine to Saturn. So, what you've done, or things that you have, like actions that you've already taken, your energy levels may be low. Your energy levels may feel, you may even feel a little bit like a head cold or a chest cold, especially it could be a head cold too with Mars there, right? Essentially, don't fight with idiots this week. It's not worth it. I'm just going to tell you that right now, because this fucking thing, they're not going to, it's going to have to hit them hard for them to see the error of their ways. The fact that you are maybe lower on energy or feeling like you don't have as much get up and go is because you're not supposed to go anywhere. You're supposed to sit and wait because shit's about to pop off in front of you, directly impacting you. And I think in very good ways. But there's really nothing to be done. This is definitely lending itself to, especially, I think it's Neptune squared to Mars is all about deception. Different kinds of deception, different kinds of actions. This could even be somebody digging into your actions and discovering some shit you did not want to be discovered. Either way, this shit is going to be right there brought to light. Because Mercury is conjunct the sun opposite Uranus. This is like uber intelligence bursting forth, bursting out. Cannot be denied, will not be hidden. Let's get into the cards to see how that impacts you. Oh my God. Be fearless and bold. This is Aries energy. So be brave. That's what the universe is starting out by telling you. You're going to have to be brave. You're going to have to be brave, and you're going to have to be tough this week. Okay? It all came out falling out, all fell out on top of each other, Gemini. Time to collaborate, time to work with somebody. Be brave enough to work with somebody. Be brave enough or take the initiative to actually allow somebody's help and partnership, or be willing to work with people. Don't try to go against anybody or be too combative or fight. Because it feels like anybody who's trying to fight you right now is just trying to block something, and that's going to be a major red flag that exposes something. Anybody who tries to fight too hard. So just like let shit happen and be willing to work with people. Claim your independence. This is like, wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like for real. Please leave your comments below. I need to know what's going on, because honestly, that's kind of what it feels like. It wasn't me. Those motherfuckers were doing that shit. Those motherfuckers over there were doing that shit. It wasn't me. Let me show you how I'm separate from this. It wasn't me. It's also a sense, yeah, I'm just going to say that right there. Act as if, nothing happened. This is either your energy or somebody that you're dealing with. Right? This sense of, I'm just trying to blend in. Legitimately, it's saying, just try to blend. Any actions you take, it could also be a big old warning. Any actions you take are under major scrutiny right now. Now, I don't know if it's from the FBI or from your mama. Either way, it's like people are uber interested in what you're doing, and they're willing to dig because you've attracted attention. So ultimately, there's an air of mystery and sensuality around any planet that goes into Scorpio. It's like you don't know why you want to look. You can't turn your head away. So with Mercury there's just a sense of somebody wanting to dig in and understand you. But ultimately, you're just like, yeah, I got to get away from that shit. I didn't know. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Act as if, blend in. Or somebody is definitely playing pretend here. They're trying to act like nothing happened, and they are completely and totally removed from a situation. I don't know if it's you, I don't know if it's them, but I do know that this week it's real fucking obvious. I'm just saying, nothing is wasted. This is trying to find a treasure in the trash heap. What can I do to turn this situation into something that actually ends up good for me? Aquarius energy is here. This is the truth. The truth is coming out. At least it's saying, at least you're going to know the truth. That's the treasure in the trash heap. The treasure in the trash heap is, at least you know this motherfucker never really intended to stand by your side and work with you. It was always going to be like, as soon as the pressure goes on, there's a sense of, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Turn knowledge into wisdom, because now you see what was lying behind the surface line. Now you see what was lying underneath. This is the moon. The full moon reveals the truth. It reveals the truth because it reveals the shadiness. You can't make this shit up. Just give over to it. Believe it. It's saying this is fate. You have no control over this. It's already been set in motion. This is like you're locked into the roller coaster now. Get ready for the ride. Sorry guys, I just needed some water for my throat. And trust the great mystery. Better dive in. Better dive in. It also just tells me that, like, inside my head, I heard you're in the deep end. You jumped in. You're in over your head. It could feel like you are in over your head, but it's like you can't help it. You're in over your head, but you can't help it. Whatever that means for you. What I can tell you by what the astrology is revealing is that everything is locked in at this point. Fate has been set up for you. So for better or worse, Fighting isn't going to help. Resistance is futile. There is a sense of maybe you'll have a little bit of time at the beginning of this week to break free of something and to try to get out of it or get away from it or separate yourself from this, whatever this was, whatever this partnership, whatever this collaboration was. Because it really does seem to me like something's about to go down in flames or be sunk. Like the battleship's about to be sunk. I don't know what this is. I'm going to get deeper. Let's get deeper. But this is all going down now. This is all present text. We have not had a card come out from the past. What is this moon? Oh, okay. All right. Aren't you glad you hung with me? Past 10 minutes. Aren't you glad? Luck is on your side. Hitting the target. Look at you. And I did feel like ultimately whatever is happening is going to turn good. It's just kind of going to be like, I don't know how this is going to work out, but there's a sense of take your shot and your shot landing where you wanted it to. The energy is gaining momentum, and I think this is an energy trajectory toward the future. This is a sense of you may have been the first to do it, but you set a motion in action, and now it has become the flow. And that flow itself may get you out of whatever crazy shit you're in. I'm in the deep end. That's it. Watch as I dive in. Who is this about? Is there a who? Spirit, is this regarding a who? Oh, the King of Wands. You with another fire sign? Maybe this is a Sagittarius. Maybe a Sagittarius is helping your ass out. And that's how you got lucky, Gemini. Foreigner. Could be somebody foreign. Not from around here. Or somebody who's extremely creative. They're in control creatively. Taking creative control. And if you have to choose to partner up with anybody this week, choose a Sagittarius. Choose the zoom out perspective, the wider, the broader perspective. And this has a lot to do with Jupiter. It may be square to Mars, but it's in harmony with Mercury. And Mercury is really your ruling dignitary. So let's focus on that right now. There is that sense, what does Jupiter teach us? Broad, expand. This is the time to release old ways and to let yourself try something different or something new. A connectivity with somebody that is from a different culture than you, somebody that is from a different nation than you, a different place than you, or just, connecting with them or reaching out. Maybe it means go global. Step outside of the borders that you've gotten comfortable in. What else did we get? We got the Five of Swords. So there's some sort of defeat here, and it's definite defeat. So having lost completely, yes. Okay, Star card, Four of Pentacles. It's almost like in some ways, financially somehow, an aspiration or goal of yours has been shot down. So now the response has to be creative or to something creative that you were trying to launch. The Chariot is here moving forward, and Ace of Pentacles. Let me say this to you. Whatever this failure is, you have legitimately turned it around to be something spectacularly profitable that has got a huge future, because the Chariot is here saying, in terms of fate, it was always destined to move forward and make progress this way, and there's going to be the resources to back it. This could also be legitimately just buying a car. You didn't think you were going, because a Chariot could just be a car. This is a sense of you didn't think you were going to be able to make progress with something because you were tight on funds. It's like your aspirations far exceeded what your resources were, but here are the resources suddenly. You get lucky. And I love this for you. You're getting so lucky. How does this happen? How does this happen? 7 of Pentacles. You tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. It happens through a lot of failure. So it's honestly, and that's what I love about the Scorpio energy, it's not something that's just coming out from nowhere. It's something that's coming from a place of a lot of hardship and a lot of pain. And you kept trying something and it didn't work out. I guess you kept trying though. So it wasn't about trying, right? It was about doing until you succeeded. And this is where the luck pops off. What situation am I describing? Please tell me in the comments below. I would love to know. The Emperor is here. So there is definitely, this is Aries energy. It's progress, Mars. There's something here about, I don't know, a leader that fell short. Somebody else who was in the lead or who was in control, they fell short. And so an opportunity opened up. And you waited and were ready and prepared. You also still have a lot of energy. I don't know. I want to keep it there. I want to keep it there. I just don't know where else to go from here. Music. I almost felt it as soon as I said it. That just sent chills down somebody's spine. Because music was directly attached to maybe a song or a phrase or some harmony, whatever it is. It was directly attached to all of this coming out and happening. And this was definitely something that I think you had buried and given up on. But some real horrible hardship brought you back to it. And now it's like recognition and getting seen for it. It's almost like you've been, 7 of Pentacles suggests that you had been putting a lot of effort and energy into something to no avail. But let's go deeper, because that's what we're doing when Mercury's in Scorpio. Why would you do that? Because it wasn't about money and it wasn't about success. Success was in the process of doing it. You legitimately just decided, I don't care what I get out of this. I am just going to do it because I love doing it. And that's really where the success came from. Whoa! Who is this dealing with, though? I'm looking at the cards to see who wants to talk to me. Somebody from your family, 10 of Pentacles. Sorry, 10 of Chalices. So this is happy home, a caring, happy home, family, someone with family, your family, but it's happiness. It's legitimately almost like you found a home here. Oh boy, this came after a huge defeat. Something that almost left you completely broke. I understand. It's interesting, Gemini, the way that the universe has been squeezing us and limiting us and restricting us in order to force us to make the right choice, because, oh my God, can't we can be so fucking stupid, right? You were legitimately squeezed into making the right choice, into not making the same mistakes again. And because legitimately, it was almost like the selection was limited to one choice. You had no other choice. You had to just dive in. You had to do this. You felt like you were backed up against a wall and left without any choice. And that was God's way of making sure you jumped off the right platform. You threw yourself off a cliff where you were definitely going to catch air. Like the limitations, the defeat had everything to do with redirecting you and giving you only one option, and that was to succeed. And you have. Let's go to the extended to see how this plays out in all aspects of your life. And remember, if you want to join me for a daily tarot card reading, you can follow me on Astrology Motivation here on YouTube. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. The links to the extended are below. I'll see you guys there.